Canada Tourist Visa Processing Time Updates and Visa Trends in May 2025. Welcome to Travel Tree, the YouTube channel dedicated to keeping you updated on all things travel and visa related. In this video, we will be discussing the latest updates regarding Canadian tourist visas, including processing times, trends, and advice for those facing challenges such as visa refusals and backlogged files. Be sure to stay with us until the end of the video, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to Travel Tree for more informative content. Don't forget to like and share the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section below. Processing time for Canadian tourist visas. Let's start by discussing the processing times for Canadian tourist visas. For applicants from India, if you're applying for a visitor visa, V1 category, the typical processing time is around 19 days. This has recently increased slightly, as the processing time was around 16 to 17 days in the previous weeks. After you submit your biometric information, the result will generally be available within 19 to 20 days. However, it's important to note that the processing time can vary depending on the type of visa you're applying for. If you're applying for a study visa or a super visa, the processing time may be different. Additionally, if your visa application is related to an emergency, such as medical purposes or a family member being ill, the processing time can be much quicker, often as short as 5 to 7 days. Dealing with backlogged files. Many of our subscribers have reached out to us regarding files that have been pending for 8 to 12 months without any results. This is a situation many applicants are facing, and it's essential to understand the steps you can take. If your tourist visa application has been delayed for months, it may be time to consider reapplying. For example, if your original application was based on attending a wedding or a birthday event, you might need to submit new documents or adjust your purpose of visit. It's crucial to ensure that your application is in the proper category, and if any new developments have occurred, such as an invitation, your file should be updated accordingly. If your file is older than 6 months, especially between 6 to 9 months, and you're still waiting for a result, we recommend taking a closer look at your documents and reapplying if necessary. Ensure that your paperwork is up to date and aligned with your purpose of visit. Visa trends and election impact. Canada recently held elections, and the results have had a positive impact on the visa processing trends, especially for tourist visas. In the past few months, we've noticed a shift in the approval trends, with more people getting their visas approved. For applicants who are booking hotel stays as part of their tourist visa application, we've seen that those with solid financial documents and a clear travel history are more likely to get approved. If you're applying for the first time, it's important to have all your documentation in order, including bank statements, proof of funds, and your ITR, income tax returns, from the past 3 years. Visa refusals, common reasons and solutions. Visa refusals can be a major hurdle for many applicants. Some of the most common reasons for refusal include insufficient documentation, particularly in cases where applicants are minors or dependents and don't have strong financial backing. For instance, if you don't have a bank statement, ITR, or if your application relies on a third party's documents, like your parents or friends, the chances of refusal increase. In cases where you have been refused in the past, it's important to carefully review the reason for refusal and ensure that all required documents are in place before reapplying. If your first application was rejected due to insufficient documentation, submitting a complete and thorough set of documents could improve your chances significantly. It's important to have strong financial proof and ensure that your purpose of visit is clear and well supported by evidence. Should you apply for a Canadian tourist visa now? If you're considering applying for a Canadian tourist visa, the current trend is relatively favorable, especially for well-prepared applicants. If you have the necessary financial documents, such as bank statements from the last 6 months and ITRs for the past 3 years, you have a good chance of success. For those who are single and plan to visit Canada for a short time, a few days, the chances are higher if you can demonstrate that you have sufficient funds, at least 5 Indian rupees lakh. For individuals who have been refused in the past, it's important to review your previous application carefully. Ensure that all your documents are in order before reapplying. If your original application was rejected due to incomplete or insufficient documentation, a reapplication with the correct paperwork may lead to approval. The importance of invitation letters for visitor visas. For applicants who are applying for a visitor visa with an invitation letter from a family member, the approval rates are generally higher. If your purpose of visit is to meet family, the chances of approval are better, provided your documents, including invitation letters, financial statements, and other supporting documents, are in order. If you have been refused a visitor visa previously, but now have all the required documents, it's worth reapplying. The trend in visitor visa approvals is improving, especially for those who have a clear purpose for their visit, such as attending a family event or gathering. Recommendations for applicants. 1. Ensure all documents are complete and up to date. One of the most crucial steps in applying for a Canadian tourist visa is making sure your documentation is complete and up to date. For applicants from India, the processing time for visitor visas, V1 category, is typically around 19 days, but this can vary. Ensure that you submit all necessary documents, such as bank statements from the last 6 months, ITRs from the past 3 years, and proof of funds. Having solid financial documentation and a clear purpose of visit significantly increases your chances of approval. 2. Reapply if your file is backlogged or delayed. If your tourist visa application has been pending for 8 to 12 months without results, it may be time to reassess your application. You might need to submit updated documents or adjust the purpose of your visit, e.g., an invitation to a family event. For files older than 6 to 9 months, review your paperwork carefully and consider reapplying. This is especially important if the initial application was based on outdated or incomplete information. 3. Address visa refusals thoroughly. Visa refusals are common, especially when documentation is insufficient or unclear. If your application was refused, it is vital to understand the reason for refusal. Common issues include missing financial documents or incomplete proof of your travel intentions. Ensure that all your documents are in order before reapplying. This includes updated bank statements, ITRs, and any relevant invitation letters. A well-prepared reapplication, with complete and accurate documentation, can significantly improve your chances of approval. 4. Consider the positive trends post-election. Recent elections in Canada have positively impacted visa approval trends, particularly for tourist visas. If you're applying now, your chances of approval are higher if your application is well prepared and supported by strong financial documents. Those applying for a first-time tourist visa should make sure to provide clear evidence of their travel plans, financial stability, and ties to their home country to prove they will return after their visit. 5. Utilize invitation letters for visitor visas. For applicants applying for a visitor visa with an invitation letter from a family member or friend, the approval rate tends to be higher. If your purpose of visit is attending a family event, such as a wedding or birthday, make sure your invitation letter is included in your application. This will strengthen your case and help demonstrate the genuine nature of your visit. If you've been refused in the past but now have an invitation letter and all required documents, reapply with these updated materials for a higher chance of success. What you need to do now. In conclusion, if you are looking to apply for a Canadian tourist visa, now may be a good time to do so, especially if you have all your documents ready. The processing time is currently around 19 to 20 days for a visitor visa, and there are positive trends regarding approvals, particularly for applicants with strong financial documents and a clear purpose of visit. If you are dealing with a backlogged file or have been refused in the past, review your documents carefully and consider reapplying. If you need any further assistance, feel free to ask your questions in the comments section below, and we'll address them in our next video. Please subscribe to Travel Tree for more informative content. Don't forget to like and share the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and we hope this information helps you with your Canadian tourist visa application. Stay tuned for more updates.